Dave.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, man. How you doing?
All right.
Cool. So I'm ready to go?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Cool. So, I guess this is like a super group, and the crazy thing is, like, I'm just, like, I guess, late to the party and finding out about this group, and it's actually been in the works for a few years now.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's right. Probably about back to 2013 where we started doing this, and then didn't really start talking about it until everything was ready. Everything was lined up, you know.
So it was one of them things, just sitting around, tossing around the idea, and it slowly has been coming to fruition.
Oh, yeah, you know, we've been jamming since 2013, and just, you know, getting tight together, getting the songs together, actually, you know, really doing stuff, not just talking about it, but rocking about it. And, you know, it was just one of those things where you want to make sure to put it out when it's ready. And we really dug the project, and we wanted to make sure that when this would be announced and it would come out, that everyone would be across the board happy with everything, all the songs, the way it sounded. And, you know, that takes time to get it right.
Yeah, you know, and that's like, I guess, like, I'm seeing more and more with, like, these projects where you have, like, guys like yourself and the other members of the band that are coming from all these different groups. It's now like, it seemed like it before where it was like these different projects. It was kind of not thrown together, but thrown together. You know what I'm saying? Where now it seems like more, it's like a little secret thing going on that's like this big actual, like, let's do this right. Here's a real project. Let's put it together, and then let's release it to the audiences.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now, the one thing, too, which was actually kind of cool that you guys did, like, you guys released different 7-inch singles leading up for, I guess, the last few months.
That's right, yeah.
Now, what made you go that route with, like, 7 inches?
Well, what's cool about the 7 inch is that it kind of takes it back to how people used to be exposed to music and hearing it not just through some stream. And it's nothing against that, you know. The convenience of streaming is great. But we thought it would be awesome that, you know, we took so much time with this stuff. We really wanted a lot of people's first reaction to be based off of hearing it just coming off of that needle.
Right.
And it's, you know, everyone can have their favorite format, but it's impossible to argue. You know, vinyl is king when it comes to sound. And we're in just this great position where we could basically, instead of hyping the record with a million shots of us in front of studio knobs or whatever, we could actually let people know about the record by giving you something in your hands to sit down on a Friday night and put on and actually hear it without checking all the other pages you've got open in the internet, without it being coming through your work office speakers. You know, really just take it back and take a good look at it for the first time.
Yeah, and you know what's really shocked me though too, like a lot of the bands I talk with nowadays, like they all, like when you talk vinyl with them, yes, some of them are releasing vinyl, whether it's, you know, 7-inch or doing 12-inch vinyls or full releases on vinyl. But the one thing they always say to me is how expensive it actually is to do vinyl, and it seems like you guys, like, you don't worry about it. Like, that was it, like, no discussion or no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's going to be vinyl we're doing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the kind of music that we play, you know, it belongs on vinyl. And it certainly sounds great in every other way. But, you know, everyone who grew up with records or even are just getting into them now, it's clear that that's kind of the ultimate format on which to hear something. So there's just so many pros, and just zero cons. Say, sure, it's expensive. Sure, it takes time, but it's worth it. If it's a record you really dig, if it's a band you really care about, you want that vinyl. If it's that thing that you only like that one song on, you don't need the vinyl.
Right.
But,
right.
We're totally proud of it. So to have it and have it looking so good with the art and the layout, we're really proud of it.
And that right there alone is one of the biggest things I think that really has been missing out of the music industry for the last, what's it been, 30 years now almost?
What's that?
The artwork on vinyl.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I agree. Yeah,
so
computers kind of got in the way for a little while, and we got away from the Derek Riggs type of masterpieces, and it got into some minimalist stuff there, and just lots of really quick computer jobs and stuff like that. We knew that, a record like this needed to have a weighty album cover to go with it. And our artist, Nick Lakiotis, I think he totally knocked it out of the park.
Awesome. Now, you guys too, you did, I guess, just limited runs of each release?
Yeah, the 7 inches are totally limited time, never to be pressed again type of thing. Okay. We did 500 of each one. The first one sold out. There's still a few copies of the remaining 3. And it just makes it a little bit more fun for the collectors, when you won't repress it 100 times over.
Sure. Now, you guys have the full-length album coming out July 22nd, in a few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess all those tracks that were on the 7 inches will be on the full-length?
They are. All 8 from the 7-inch series, and then 2 what you would call new songs, but are just as old as the other ones, will be on there. The first and last songs will be new to the person who's collected all 4 7-inches.
Right.
And, it has nothing to do with quality, leaving them off the 7-inch series. We basically just wanted to make sure that there were still some really cool surprises up our sleeves by the time we rolled around to the 12-inch.
That's awesome. Now, is this a concept album? Am I understanding that right?
Yeah, it is. Neil would definitely be the better man than I to describe it, but basically it's about a shipwreck in the 19th century and a bunch of men getting thrown out onto some island and just all different kinds of madness and different kinds of fates being dished out to each one.
Alrighty. So one thing I was thinking, like when I saw that too, like it was the concept, I was thinking to myself, like it's almost like you guys with the release of the 7-inch, each one, it was almost like you guys released a chapter of a book, and then here comes the finale with the full one.
That's a cool way to see it. I think, you could see those almost as like little trailers for the record almost. Right. And the order of the actual 12-inch is the order with which the story should be interpreted. And the 7 inches are a little bit more, detached.
Gotcha. Now, how about live shows? Will there be live shows as well, or?
We hope so. Basically, we're just open to the opportunity, and it's just really one of those things where the record, it's not a double record. Even for rock records, we're on that classic shorter clip of it, and that really isn't an hour and 20-minute headlining set.
Right.
So what we've been doing is working on the second record and hoping that we'll get a big, fat, long set list to play for people when we do get out there.
So you guys are already working on the second one?
Yeah, separately, we we haven't been jamming it out in the room together. It's just been more of everyone off in their own separate cave.
Now, how about working with Vinny Appice? Like, I mean, he's such a great guy. Have you played with him, or is it just like him doing the tracks for you? Or
this was the first time that any of us had played with him, and basically, the way it started was we had been talking about who should drum for the band, and everyone had the same number one guy, Vinny. So that basically, it was a short meeting, and then Neil reaches out to him, and Vinny says yes, and then the next thing we know, Brad and I are in a rehearsal room in Anaheim waiting for Vinny to walk in. He does, sits down on the drum throne and says, "What do you got?" And basically what we went in there and did the first time was the first song that you would hear on the record, and it took off. It just had that instant chemistry. A drummer that good, how could it not? But I can't explain it. It just really gelled. Said it's so tight and powerful in a way where I was like, this is going to be good in my head. And then in reality, it was so much better. And, that comes down to just Vinny being the best of the best. He's a great guy, just the definition of heaviness.
Now, do you like turn around and like kind of like fanboy out to him for a little bit and be like, dude, like I want to play like a Dio tune with you or something like that?
Oh, he loves talking about that stuff. I'll go even deeper on him, and I'll bust out Rick Derringer riffs to jam with him from even earlier in his career. He loves it. He loves the music that he's made.
I interviewed him last year, and we were talking about it. Did he tell you anything about him in the studio with John Lennon?
Oh, I have heard a little bit about that.
Yeah, you got to talk to him about that. It's good stuff. Really good stuff. So, all right,
amazing that that's your first gig. That's your first little professional performance. Amazing.
All right, so July 22nd, the album comes out.
Yep.
And it's called title. What's it?
We're just doing the self-titled.
Okay. Now, and the band's name. What does that come from? Dunsmuir? Dunsmuir?
Yeah, Dunsmuir. Basically, I'm a big Phantasm fan. Brad's a big Phantasm fan. I know all the guys love that movie. And in it, there is a place called Morningside Mortuary, where this tall man works out of, basically. And in real life, that's called the Dunsmuir House. And just me being a horror nerd, I just file that away and go, Dunsmuir, cool band name. And then when it's time, all right, what should we call this thing? And everyone empties out their pockets for their band names. That's the one that kind of landed on top.
Nice. The one that stuck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and man, it's 2016. The hardest thing in the world is to, come up with a band name that hasn't been taken. So when you do, you just grab it and run like hell.
Nice. So, and actually, the pre-sale on that starts tomorrow, July 8th.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's right.
Very, very cool. Now that's going to be available, I guess, on iTunes and all like digital outlets as well.
iTunes, I believe Amazon for CD on demand, and vinyl through indiemerch.com.
Nice. Cool. So where can everybody find out more about the band and actually go and pre-order it? And hope to see you guys live.
You can go to our website is just more of a hub for various social media that we do, but you can go to dunsmuirband.com and choose whichever you like if you're a Twitter, Instagram, or a Facebook guy, girl. And basically, look out for the lyric video coming. We'll be posting that on all the platforms. And that'll be for the song Crawling Chaos, which animates the album art to great effect.
Oh, cool.
And all your physical needs are at indiemerch.com.
Cool. And your other band, the company band, I saw like a lot of people were asking on your Facebook page, like, what's going on with you guys? Are you guys still around, or?
I think the company band kind of did what they set out to do, make some kick-ass rock records, and there's just not really a lot to report right now.
Right. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Dave, I want to thank you for taking some time out and talking. And what song should I play?
How about Our Only Master?
There you go. Very cool. I'll play that one. And you know what? I'll play the other one, too. Master, what is it? Master, Our Only Master. And The Bats Are Hungry Tonight. That's the one.
Oh, yeah. Like that one, too. A great pairing.
Nice. Well, Dave, thanks a lot, man. And I hope you guys do some live shows. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, me too. Everyone's, got the 2 feet in for it. So
cool.
It'll happen.
Nice. That's what I want to hear. Cool. All right, it was great talking to you, Dave. And we'll keep plugging away, and we'll push the band out there for everybody.
I appreciate it, babe. Thank you very much for your time, man.
Thanks, Dave, man. Take care and good luck with everything.
All right, thank you. Bye.